Another ICT video. Today we're going to do the Judas move. The second best, in my opinion, strategy to trade from ICT, the Judas move. It's super simple. I'm going to give you 3 indicators and I'm going to show you exactly where to enter, where to exit. It's going to be the simplest video you've ever seen and you're going to be able to apply it in prop firms, in your own trading to become profitable. So let's head into TradingView and I'll show you exactly how to do it. Okay, this is the perfect example. We're looking at the pound dollar. It's currently doing exactly what we should be looking for the Judas. So what a perfect time to look at the Judas move. What we're going to do is jump on the same currency. So if you can jump on the pound dollar, and we're going to look for 3 indicators. The first indicator is going to call something midnight open, and we're going to click that so you can see it. When you go to indicators, you're going to put in midnight open New York time by Orc Chieftain. What a name. And you're going to click on that, and when you go to settings, if you want to have the same settings as I do, you're going to go on solid, and the time is going to go from 000 to 0001. And that's going to give you a nice flat line from the open of the New York time. And you can see that at the bottom here, it will say 000. I'm on UTC -4, and that will give you the open. Now, with the Judas move, we need the Asian range. And the Asian range, we're talking about 7 p.m. till 12 or midnight in New York time. That's why we're going to be looking at the range. And also what we're interested in, the New York midnight time until 5 a.m. in New York. These are the 2 areas that we're going to be focusing on. Now, we've already found the open. What we need to do is to add the Asian range. We're going to add an indicator called all-in-one sessions. You've seen that in my other ICT videos. It's a great indicator by Tex Moonbeam. When you click on it, you can see that I've set it really nicely, and now I've got all my information just with one click. It's incredible. I've got my previous daily high, my previous 50% of the previous daily high, the previous daily low, all those in black. I've got in orange my weekly, so previous weekly low, weekly high. We're going to see why that is crucial. My monthly high, and if you go lower down, you've got the monthly low there. So we've got all the monthly, weeklies, and daily levels done for us. Not only that, you can see I've added the weekly open in there as well. Now that we've got our 2 settings, I'm going to show you what that looks like. So when you put that all in one, we're going to go into the settings, and you're going to see I have added there the open of Monday open, but I've taken it out for now. You can have that option. The most crucial thing is to go onto your current week high and low, put that as orange. Make sure you put the label on. Don't use the 50%. We don't need it. And previous weekly high and low, monthly high and low, show the previous as well. That will give us the previous lines. You will see it populates in the background. There we go. That's the previous month high. And also what we're going to add is show the current week open, and we're only going to focus on the Asian range. Now remember, we're looking at GMT -4, which is New York time, and we're looking from 7 until 12. I've also ticked on history because I want to see what happened in the past. And you can see here all the blue ranges are the Asian range. So you can go and easily backtest this in a matter of minutes with these 2 indicators. So there we go. I put the replay on the Asian range. This is the exactly thing that we're looking for. So how are we going to trade this? How do we trade the Judas move? 3 key informations. 1 is a tight consolidation in the Asian range. If the Asian range has been doing up and down and up and down, that is not the range that we're looking for. A lot of people are trying to find the high and the low of the Asian range when it's out of consolidation. That's why they're getting hammered and getting their stops, and it's all over the place. Look for a tight range. Look at this range. If we measure the pips from the top to the bottom, we're talking about a 9 pip range. That's perfect. So what we're looking for in this, and it does help that today is bank holiday in the UK and in the US because it's Memorial Day, but it gives us a perfect example how we can see the Asian range. So we've got a really tight range. And what does that mean? That means that a lot of orders are starting to pile up above the Asian range, and a lot of orders are looking below the Asian range. And why is that key? Because what we're looking for is a manipulation on the buy or sell side, depending on what our bias is. So if our bias is short, we would want to see sell stops taken out first, then come back up, accumulate the positions all the way to the buy side. So what would happen now? We've taken out sell side, we've taken out buy side, and then the bearish move will come in. It will look like this. The sell stops will be taken out. Where would they position their stops? It would make sense to position the stops above the Asian range because that is equal highs there. It makes sense to place our stops there. What we look for then is the slow push, and this is the Judas move, this exact move here. The Judas move to the upside, which is going to take what? It's going to take out, it's going to get the people involved who are interested in the buys, because they're looking at the breakout of the buys, but they're also going to stop out the people from the sells. That is the Judas move. It's taken out these guys and it's taken out these guys. And then you see distribution of price. What else do we need to know about this? We need to know about the relevance of the New York Open. And why is that important? A lot of the times you'll see the New York is becoming a support or resistance on the move. So we'll see a tight break above, then come and distribute below the Asian range, and then give us the Judas move. Or it might be that the New York is going to take the highs, including the Asian high, and then distribute down. Now, why am I saying these? Because in ICT, when he started trading this about 15 years ago, he would only trade the New York Open. And with the New York Open, if it broke below, he would, and his bias was long, he would look to get positions in. But it was also put a buy stop above in case it broke all the way up before he get positioned in. With the range, what we're looking for is to see the price go out of the range. The highs or the lows are going to be taken out. That's going to trigger something, and it triggers at New York Open, midnight open. So I'm moving down the candles, and here we go. Look at this. We've taken out the Asian high. So all the people that wanted to go long are now caught in positions here. So there we go. The long positions are in. What is the market going to do next? Where are these guys going to place their stops? Below the Asian range. Now, this is live, so I don't know if it's done it already. Well, it came close. That was close. But normally, what we would see is come and take out the Asian range, because what's happened then? These guys have been stopped out. These guys who wanted to go short would be involved. But what you would need to see is to see that price range go below the Asian range. And we're looking at the time up to 5 o'clock. You can put a horizontal line there at 5 o'clock and wait to see if that price is going to give it. Technically, this is not a Judas move because it didn't take the Asian range. So for the purpose of understanding the Judas move, let's say that this price, this Judas move, did go below the Asian range. It would have taken out the stops of these. So these guys are now out. Would have triggered the short side, so the short stops. And now they've been taken out because the price has gone back up to the range above, with a delivery of price going higher. And that's where the price is now. It has created an absolute high. So since we're doing this on live, let's make a ghost feed for you to understand exactly how this would happen. New York Open, we would need the New York Open to open either lower or higher and go and tackle the Asian range high or low. There it goes and tackles the highs. Then we would get the Judas move, which would be taking out the lows of the Asian range before the reveal of the actual move, which would be going higher. Now, considering it's bank holiday and it is New York holiday as well, in the UK and in New York, we might not get the exact perfect move, but it was close enough. You get the understanding. How about past sessions? Let's have a look. Here's another example. Asian range, not the best tight range that we've seen, but let's look at this. It breaks the high with the New York Open. It closes above, comes and does a Judas move all the way down to the previous Asian low, and then distribution all the way up for 25 pip. Here's another example. So we're taking the high, slow distribution below the range, the Asian range, and then we've got the move all the way to the high up, and that will look like this. Start doing this, guys. Use the ghost as a tool. So we've got New York Open, breaks above, finds the high of the range, then slow distribution. This is the Judas move, and then we've got a big distribution to the high up. Now, does this happen every single time? No system happens every single time. And yes, we're going to have to take some stops. And here's an example. Asian range didn't break the low, but it kind of did the same movement, but it didn't move. It moved within the range. So this way where people would get confused and they would get caught. So the first time it breaks the range is the low, breaks the low. Then we get a distribution above. So this would be a perfect Judas move to go what? Short. Why? Because price went down below from the open, delivers price above the Asian range. This is a perfect Judas move to go lower. But what does the price do? What does the price do? It goes higher. Now, can you protect yourself from these situations? Yes, you can. First of all, you can have your stop loss. Where would your stop loss be? You can find the other swing high. So you could set a stop loss above the next high, which will be on this high here. So that would give you a 5 pip loss. That is a good trade. If you have to close that and you've seen this setup, then you would take that loss. The other thing that you have to be aware of is we haven't talked about bias. Maybe your bias was going long here, so you wouldn't be able to look at this position unless you're looking for long positions. Finally, as you know, I trade repositioning, and this might be in a pound average approach, trading into the trade, which I would have made money on the way down here. Okay, so we've talked about the range and we've talked about how we're actually finding the trades. Stop losses, remember to find, if you want a 5 pip stop or a 3 pip stop, make sure you're either using the range or you're using the highs, swing highs to get your trade out, at least 1 to 2 and more. As you know me, I use repositioning, and with repositioning, I'm able to have a negative risk reward, but actually make money. And especially with ICT entries, we're getting those percentages in our favor. Lastly, what I want to bring up is the kill zones. Obviously, you can improve your setups with adding the kill zones. And you know this indicator, we've looked at it before, is the Boytoki MKT sessions. And I've put the London Silver Bullet, New York Silver Bullet, New York AM, Silver Bullet, and PM. With the kill zones, you're going to be able to use fair value gaps, and make sure you watch the video on the Silver Bullet because that will give you the entries on this, but you will be able to use these fair value gaps here to get in and then get a better position all the way up. Imagine now, look at this scenario here, which is perfect. We have managed to see the high, taken the Judas move down, and now we're looking for buys, and we're in the London kill zone. And we're looking for a Silver Bullet entry. So we're waiting, we see the first candle, we see the second, we see the third candle close, we add our fair value gap, we know we've got a perfect Judas move, and now we're waiting for an entry. Here's our entry. We're going to look for 20 pips, we're going to risk 10 pips, and off we go. And there we go, our TP would have been hit. That's a perfect example of Judas move with an ICT Silver Bullet entry, using the kill zones and the Asian range and the New York Open. So I'm going to take 5 people and I'm going to help them pass their prop firm challenge. If you do want to be one of them, consciousdaytrader.com/challenge-1, and that will take you here. You can find that in the description, and make sure you join by clicking on join challenge and put your email in, and you have a chance to be one of the 5 traders that I'm going to spend 6 weeks intensive training. You're going to have my WhatsApp. We're going to become a tight-knit group with the aim to help you quit the 9 to 5 and become financial free through trading. How amazing is that? And it's going to be free. It's crazy. There's 4 weeks, 6 days, 18 hours, and 15 minutes left. Make sure you come. I've got my first interviews on Wednesday. It's going to be amazing. And you can come and watch this video here to find out how I quit my 9 to 5 or trading prop firm. Now, the link for this website is in the description. Make sure you click it. Make sure you sign up with your email so you can get your interview and you will meet me in person. How cool is that? There you go, guys. We've done ICT Silver Bullet, Judas move. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.